Hi there everyone, here with another unboxing. This time I'm going to be looking at a figure in the Revoltech Evangelion Evolution range. This is the Eva Unit 1 final model from the Evangelion anime series. So for those who don't know, anime is a sort of light novel series. It's an alternate ending to the series. It acts as if episodes 25 and 26, or End of Evangelion, didn't actually happen. It tells a new story set some years after the events of the series. I'm not overly familiar with the actual plots themselves as regards the series. It's not something that's been translated into English. I believe there have been translation attempts in the past, but they tend to get shut down and hit with copyright strikes quite quickly. So it's not something we've had access to yet. There is actually a translation coming out later this year, so people will be able to get hold of that. I think it's the first volume of maybe 3, but I would have to check to be sure of that. So let's have a look at the figure itself. So just going by the box itself, you can see Evangelion Unit 1 there. There's some visible changes from the series itself, namely the addition of what seem to be additional arms there. The weapon he's holding seems to be kind of reminiscent of a Klingon Bat'leth. I believe that does actually come in the box, so we'll be able to see that. Let's take a look at the side. So it's not additional arms, it looks like. It's just additional shoulder points. There's a lot more orange in this than the original design. Let's see on the back, we get a better look at that. Okay, so it's not like a Bat'leth, it's kind of a really big sword type deal. And let's get a nice front view of it with additional shoulder spikes there. So anime does have some quite interesting designs as regards Eva Unit 1, Eva Unit 2. I believe it introduces a couple of extra Rei-esque characters into it. Like I say, I'm not 100% familiar with the plots. I just have seen images of the design every now and then. So let's actually have a look at the figure itself. Let's open this up. So we get the various poses there you can put it into. Looks to be sort of an advert for the book. Get some of the additional sort of props we get. And there's the figure itself. So let's take that out the box, away from the camera. So I'm aware it makes quite a bit of a noise. There's no actual sellotape to take off, thankfully. Already checked that. So Evangelion is a really, really important franchise to me. It's something that came along at the right moment for me. I was just turning 18 when I got into it, getting into anime and manga at the time. I think I've probably told this story before in a previous video. I had a bit of money to spend on Amazon, and I was looking at anime box sets, just getting into anime. Originally I wanted Cowboy Bebop, but it was no bit out of my price range, so I had to look at what was within the price range. Evangelion happened to be within that price range. Didn't know anything about it. Saw it had giant robots and stuff, so decided to get it, and absolutely fell in love with the franchise. I loved it for about 10 years, made many friends through that love of the franchise, got into cosplay because of the franchise, met my partner because I wanted to go to a convention so I could cosplay, and just sort of things like that. So we'll take it off. So we get this lovely little backing board. And again, trying to be very, very careful so as to not damage anything. So we get this lovely little stand there, which is great artwork of it. Now, regardless of how you feel about Eva, the art for it, the mech design is fantastic. But I'm still wondering what exactly is going on with this bit here. So these parts here look to be the stand to set it up, which we'll open that at a later point, and let's actually have a look at the actual figure itself. Again, opening away from the camera. So the Revoltechs have always been really nice figures. I've got a couple of them already. My very first was actually gotten about 10 to 11 years ago. It was a mass-produced Eva model, which are very famous from the End of Evangelion movie. They're the white ones for anyone not overly familiar with the franchise. So let's have a look. So it feels quite lightweight as a figure. Good thing about the Revoltex is you get lots of points of articulation on them. I'm kind of viewing this through the camera, so it's kind of a little bit weird for me. You can see, like, they're really, really easy to turn and pose, and just absolutely lovely figures. Lots of little side components here. So like I say, I'm not overly familiar with the franchise, so this has got a lot of upgrades over what we originally had. So you see that it says Nerve Japan. And there, got this little sort of additional parts in the back. There, got where it says Eva Unit 1. Try and get that in focus for you all to see. There we go, you can see the head. The detail on that is fantastic. Very vivid colours on this. So we'll have a look at the weapons we get. So this is the weapon that... like a giant sword, which... with the actual series itself, you see very little of the weaponry available to the Evas. You kind of see the pallet rifles, which are effectively less than useless against the Angels that attack. I think they only use the pallet rifles to defeat one Angel, and that would be the spider-looking Angel in the episode Day Tokyo 3 Stood Still. Aside from that, they tend to be pretty useless. It tends to be the knife or just pure dumb luck that they beat the Angels with. So look at some of the other parts here. So we've got another side component, which I presume is for the leg. Let's try and have a look at where that actually goes on the model itself. Ah, yeah, I can see that. So I'll attach that. This looks like the sort of traditional pallet rifle type weapon. I'm not quite sure what the enemies actually are in anime, whether they're man-made or sort of supposed to be pseudo-continuations of the Angels. Another shoulder component there. Let's show that. Got, presume to be some sort of blasts of energy or plasma. Got this tiny little thing here. Just kind of looks to be a little clip that sits in there. I'm going to put that back in carefully. And then, of course, as you always get with these Revoltech figures, you get an array of additional hands. So, that is Evangelion Unit 1. You can kind of see the array of additional things he gets. Show you some more of the articulation for him. Or her, well, her technically. Let's see. So yeah. And there we go. That's Evangelion Unit 1 from the anime series. Thank you very much everyone for watching this. I'm hoping to do more videos like this. I've got a few more Evangelion figures coming in the next few months. Was supposed to get one last month, but it got pushed back from January to February. Now it looks like it's been pushed back into April. But there are actually two coming out in April. They're smaller figures than this. They're from the Parfum range, I believe it's called. Not quite sure how it's pronounced. But yes, thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video.